How are you two today?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm
Very
doing
good.
great. I just
Good,
wanted
good.
to, Andy and Toor, I just wanted to thank you two for taking time out to speak with me today about your new film, Sacrifice.
Oh, thank you for speaking to us. We appreciate it.
Yes, thank you very much, Michael.
To start things off, how did you two come together to co-write and direct Sacrifice?
I'll
So,
let
do you want to take that?
do you want do? Okay. Well, Andy and I. This is actually Andy and I's second feature film. We've known each other for a long time now. But we collaborated on a feature film a number of years ago called Charismata, which was a London-based supernatural horror. And that one went well enough for us to collaborate on this particular film.
Okay, where are you two based at right now? Are you in England?
So I'm currently in London, but Andy's currently in Cyprus of all places, which is probably a long story.
I decided to move to Cyprus to escape from Brexit, and
And the zombie apocalypse,
yeah,
which isn't great in London at the moment. Where are you based?
I'm just outside Chicago.
Oh, okay. How are things there at the moment?
Could be better. Could be
Are
better.
Are you in lockdown?
Yes.
Yeah. Same in London.
Things,
Are you in lockdown, Andy?
yes, but it's a very Mediterranean lockdown.
The best type of lockdown.
hopefully things are going to be getting better here.
Fingers firmly crossed. Yes.
Yes. So how would you describe Sacrifice? After I watched the film, I got kind of a Wicker Man vibe to it.
That's very astute. I mean, clearly, I describe it as a Lovecraftian folk horror. It was based on a short story called Men of the Cloth by a writer called Paul Kane, which Toor and I both really love the short story. And obviously there's a Wicker Man vibe. And I think we so much so that we consciously tried to get away from that by moving from the UK to somewhere else, which is why we chose Scandinavia. And also Wicker Man is really bright and sunny and kind of not like a horror film. We went completely the other way and made it really dark and moody and grim and cold and wet. so we tried to go the opposite way. But yeah, clearly we're influenced by the Wicker Man.
So you shot in beautiful Norway. Again, after watching the film, the locations just look so gorgeous. It makes you just want to be there. How did you decide to shoot at that particular location in Norway?
Well, that specific location was actually just completely and utterly by chance. I mean, we had made the decision to shoot in Norway in general because one, I'm actually half Norwegian, or my mum's from Norway, so I have family out there and heritage out there, so I know it quite well. Two, because we felt that the fjords and the nautical heritage of Norway in general really lent itself to Cthulhu and Lovecraft, and it has a really ethereal, otherworldly, magical vibe to it, which again is very Lovecraftian. But in terms of this specific area we filmed in, which was a small town called Bjorka in a region called Volda, that was completely and utterly by chance. Me and Andy actually went to scout a region in Norway in general, and Andy booked an Airbnb in Bjorka just for us to stay, and we turned up and we thought, wow, this place is amazing, let's just film it. And it really was as fortuitous as that.
Yeah, and it was so accidental that the Norwegian line producer told us to stay in this specific town,
Yeah.
and they were shooting the James Bond movie there, so all the hotels were booked. And I found a
wow.
village inch away on the map on the computer, but it turned out to be a 5-hour drive away because it's Norway. And then, if you remember, Toor, when we first went there, we got lost several times because this place actually appear on the GPS, which sounds like a horror film. You know, it took us 9 hours to get there. I remember Holstein was waiting impatiently for 5 hours for us to turn up. But when we arrived, the place was so beautiful, and we were so tired and irritable that we decided to do no more location scouting and shoot it right there.
Yeah, essentially it was just laziness. It's very, very possible if we had actually been a bit more robust with our time, we would have found somewhere even more scenic and suitable for the film. But yeah, we rocked up and we thought, yeah, let's just shoot here. This place is amazing, and not only was it beautiful aesthetically, of course, but we really got lucky in terms of how accommodating the actual locals were. They really felt like they were very, very happy for us to be filming, making a movie there. So yeah, we were very, very lucky, but it wasn't because of any foresight or planning. It was just luck.
Well, the location that you used seemed to work pretty well on film.
Thank you. We're very glad to hear that.
Good. Yeah, it was. I guess it's even more beautiful in person, Toor.
Yeah,
I imagine
it's stunning. I would definitely recommend you heading out there. I don't think this particular film's gonna actually affect tourism in a positive way, but despite what we've produced to showcase the natural beauty of the place, I would definitely recommend holidaying there.
Yeah, I've always wanted to see Norway, and that your movie just makes me want to go even more.
Oh, good. You certainly should. As soon as hopefully we go back to some level of normality, we'll all get the chance to travel again one day.
Well, the film has got a great cast led by the legendary Barbara Crampton. How was it to work with her on this film?
Go on, Toor.
After you.
Yeah, it was. Well, she was, and people always say this, but it's true. She was wonderful. You know, she understood the script and she understood the story, and I think she brought a lot to the character, and also she did a lot of work with the other actors at night, you know, in helping them to prepare as well. So she was fantastic.
Yeah, that question I think is really always difficult to answer, because people assume that directors and filmmakers are very disingenuous when it comes to talking about working with their cast. I very, very rarely hear an interview given by a director where they say, "Oh, it was terrible to work with such and such a person. It really made me regret getting into filmmaking." But I can genuinely say working with Barbara was wonderful. I mean, I grew up with Barbara Crampton movies, and to be honest, I was actually, on the one hand, extremely excited about working with her, because Reanimator, for example, is literally one of my favorite films of all time. That's no exaggeration. So I'm genuinely a big Barbara Crampton fan, but because of that, I was almost a bit reluctant to work with her, because I thought, oh God, what if this person isn't actually very nice to work with? And she was lovely. She really, really was. I mean, they say don't meet your heroes, but in this instance, I'm really delighted to say she's not only obviously a great actress and one of the icons of the genre, but she was genuinely lovely to work with, completely engaged in the project, and yeah, personally speaking, it was a real highlight of my life, to be honest, to work with her.
Great. Well, I hate these things are severely limited on time, and we're running out of that now. So I have to wrap up here. Andy, Toor, I just wanted to thank you guys so much for speaking with me today. I really enjoyed your film, and I wish you nothing but the best of luck on it.
Thank you so much, Michael. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thanks for
Thank you,
talking.
Michael.
All right, take
Take
care.
care.